Hello and welcome back to a Pokemon Elite Redux playthrough. We are here today with mostly the same team, but an idea in the back. We have ourselves still our Mega Luxray being the Pokemon that I want to shine the most right now, because it is my favorite Pokemon, obviously, and we're a cool new Mega. I do want to use it a little bit, even if we are just kind of bullying random fishermen right now. It's fine. We have Raichu on the team to go ahead and, add an electric terrain, basically just buffing Luxray a little bit more. And then I also, in the box, have gone ahead and added an idea. And the idea is Frostula, because I was suggested to use Spidops and Ariados, and those are spiders and gross and yucky. Frostula, while it is kind of spider-like, I like it a little bit more, so I feel like if I was going to add one to the team, I want to give this a shot. It's also very new. So, this does have the ability Spider Lair, which gives us 5 turns of Sticky Web, which activates Mega Luxray's Merciless for guaranteed critical hits. The downside is it does come with Snow Warding innate, so we are going to take a little bit of damage each turn, but I'm feeling like Luxray with the 50% health recovery on hit when it gets a KO should make up for that just fine and makes it so it'll be fine in the ice. But yeah, I haven't added too much to it yet. I just looked at how insane Vice Grip is with the very high crit ratio. Not normal high crit ratio, very high crit ratio. So I think that's +2 to crit on a 120 base power bug type move. That's fairly accurate, all things considered. Ice Shard for priority, Liquidation for the chance lower defense in case Luxray comes out next, and then Ice Bank coverage. You know, just a pretty simple set. Mostly just here as a Spider Lair ability user. So I have that as an idea, and then I also might try out Mega Kingdra if we have time stay, although my focus is definitely on Mega Luxray. So we're going to start things off with just Mega Luxray as we go ahead and enter the abandoned ship, because I want to see if there's any strange goodies here, any hidden away Mega Stones, any kind of hidden away Pokemon, any kind of hidden away Super Trainers to come back and fight, anything like that. Normally you would come here and you would get Ice Beam. We will see. We will see. For now, though, let's go ahead and see how our Mega Luxray does, shall we? It's been a little bit since I recorded. I should definitely mention that. Or just being a fairy type does make me want to not Mega Evolve, actually. I'm going to not Mega Evolve. It's been a little bit since I recorded, and the reason for that is, one, it's been really hot in the UK. In fact, I have a thermometer here, which is currently about 30 degrees right now in my room, Celsius, which is like 86 Fahrenheit. It's gross. I hate it. I'm struggling. But I live in a building that has double insulation, which sucks. It just sucks. There's no other way to say it. It sucks being in a house that's insulated in the summer in the UK nowadays, but unfortunately my house was built like 400 plus years ago when, you know, the UK actually had snow and got cold. Now it's basically a tropical island, so, you know, the heat doesn't escape very well. The other reason is I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Legends Arceus, because I realized that I kind of forgot about a very big event that was happening. I don't think I ever talked about it on the channel or anything like that, so I'm going to mention it now. But if you go ahead and complete the Hisui Pokedex in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and you transfer all of those Pokemon into Pokemon Home, you actually get a shiny Enamorus. This is not the only event, but I did forget about this event. So I spent the past, week plus just playing Pokemon Legends Arceus so I could go ahead and get myself my shiny Enamorus. You can see the little symbol there. There it is, shiny Enamorus, by going ahead and completing the Hisui Pokedex, which took a decent amount of time. I had to remind myself how to actually play the game, which in a way was kind of nice, because Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out soon, and I wanted to relearn it before that anyway, but did some shiny hunting in that, played a little bit, reminded myself how space-time distortions worked, because I had to find Cranidos and Shieldon. A horrible Pokemon to find in that game. So I had to find a couple Pokemon to complete the Pokedex, because they have to be caught within Hisui. So if you have a living dex that you use in Pokemon Home, doesn't matter. They have to be caught within that game in particular, which is why it's kind of awkward. So I had to go ahead and grab, some of the Pokemon that I had already, gotten when I played through the games initially, but I had to re-get them. It was really, really annoying. But that's done. I got my shiny Enamorus. There's also another shiny that came out at around the same time, which... Oh, hi there! Which is Shiny Manaphy, which is for collecting all of the Pokemon within Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I haven't started that yet. I know full well that I have caught none of the Pokemon other than the shinies that I've gone for in those games, which is a little bit awkward for sure. We are going to Mega Evolve. Hopefully we can win this with Secret Power. Yeah, I've not caught, like, any of the Pokemon in that game other than the legendaries that I've hunted, like the shiny legendary birds, shiny Kyogre and Groudon, Rayquaza. Like, that's basically the only Pokemon that I've actually gone ahead and caught in that game. So I have to, like, I'm gonna have to sit down and catch every Pokemon in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Because when I woke up the shiny charm for that game, I just straight up took all of my Pokemon out of Pokemon Home, slapped them into Shining Pearl, and went, boom, done. So I'm gonna have to do that at some point for Shiny Manaphy. But that's basically what I've been up to. Not the craziest, most exciting thing of all time, but, you know, it's, I do like my shiny hunting, and an Amorous shiny was shiny locked until that was available. But yeah, those became available 6 months ago, and I only just remembered that that was even a thing. So, whoops. Stoutland, will you get rip and teared, buddy? I don't love the Intimidate. I am a little bit tempted to just save Luxray. A Stoutland and a Houndoom, though. I mean, none of these fights scare me too much, but I'm still going to go to Raichu. I'm going to set up the Electric Terrain. I think we put Frostula on the team, honestly. I think we lead with Frostula just because I haven't used it very much. But also, I have a lot of free time now, is another thing that I want to say. I have a lot of free time right now. I should have free time. Wow, you do not take much damage. Do you have multi-scale? Just Overcoat? Is it really just Overcoat that's making you that tanky? Wow, okay. Living a Rising Voltage, that... Okay, I mean, sure, I'm still gonna go for it. We'll get our swap into Luxray regardless with the Electric Terrain up, which is fine, but... Wow, I really thought we'd be doing more damage than that. I can't believe that doesn't just OHKO. I feel like Expanding Force and Rising Voltage are just such strong moves. I'm always surprised when I see them not KO. But yeah, I have a lot of free time right now. I have the next 4 days basically chilling, so I'm gonna be getting some videos out. Don't worry, it's going to be a lot getting done on my end. I'm gonna try and get a little bit ahead. So if you leave any comments, it might not take effect until the next episode if I'm, like, forgetting something or making a mistake somewhere. It might be, like, an episode behind, because I'm going to try and get ahead for a bit, so there isn't, like, another week-long gap for a while. So, I'm on things, okay? It's fine. That makes it sound like I'm on drugs. Wait, no, I'm prepared for things. That's the terminology I want to use. Things are good. I have free time. Houndoom living with Focus Sash. Rude. Please don't KO my beautiful, beautiful Luxray. I just want my Luxray to do well, okay? Heatwave, don't KO my beautiful, beautiful Luxray. You have to say beautiful twice. It's actually in the rules when you get this Mega Luxray. You have to say beautiful, beautiful Luxray. If you don't, you actually get banned from using it. Yeah, it's tough. Tough, but it's actually in the rule book. Sorry. Show me that big heal. I want to see that big heal. Does that take effect if I've already won? That's tragic. I was kind of hoping that would take effect. I guess we get healed up in between fights anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and add Frostula. I guess I'm going to keep the Raichu as well if I'm just trying to buff Luxray like crazy right now. I'm actually going to take Machamp off, I guess. We have 2 other Megas on the team right now, so it should be fine. And also, we're fighting a lot of water types. Basically, just what nature and item do I want on this thing? I guess an Assault Vest makes sense, considering I'm running this thing with all attacking moves. So we should probably buff its special defense a little bit. But if we just run this thing Jolly, because it's actually got very good speed, very respectable. Plus, we'll be setting up the Sticky Web, so if we do swap this out and bring it back in, speed does have a lot of value. So I think just giving it an Assault Vest for its, you know, mediocre special defense is probably the best call here to try and make it so it survives an attack. Obviously, if we see a Fire type, then this is going to be a disaster. But let's see how this goes, giving Luxray a little bit of support for once. Let's see how it goes. Do you battle? Chips of this short are rare, so I'm taking a look around. You don't. Go ahead and battle. There's definitely some hidden items in this area. I'm not sure how much I want to check for them. I feel like most items, honestly, aren't really still in their normal places. And normally this would end with being a TM, so I'm just kind of hoping there's, like, some kind of rare Pokemon at the end in place of it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll get the Snow Warning up. We'll get the Sticky Web up. And honestly, Machamp isn't great, but Ice Fang is still a 2-hit KO. I don't actually need Frostula to live. If this Machamp has Fire Punch, so be it. I'm just clicking Ice Punch. Oh. Dragon? No, that's the normal form, right? It's just regular Mega Machamp? Okay, that's much worse. I was hoping that'd be the dragon one and I'd immediately get super effective damage. That would have been beautiful. Anger Point is a bit scary, but I mean, we should be okay. Because what I can do is, one, I can survive, apparently. But two, I can also... I can't survive. Boxer. He's a boxer. He's got 2 fists. Well, technically 4. I think his attacks should hit 4 times. Off this Pokemon. No. But we can go to Raichu and we can set up the electric terrain. So then Luxray comes in with as much as possible. We could even just KO the swing with a Volt Switch, because I think I have that on Raichu, right? KO the swing with a Volt Switch, and then we go into Luxray. Electric terrain is up. Yeah, electric terrain is up. Sticky web is up. Luxray should be in its element right here. Luxray should destroy things. And I really want this to be a completely valid strategy for... Well, it probably won't be a very good strategy for Winona, because their Pokemon will be flying types. Could actually be a pretty good strategy for whatever the water-type gym leader is in this game, which I think would be... Is it Juan or Wallace? I don't know. It's one of them. Either way, we rip and tear. That should be enough for Delmizer with extra attack. Plus of it being sticky webbed, which I assume is already being taken into the equation, but I don't know for sure. So we'll see. We'll see. How much damage are we looking at on this Pokemon? We are looking at a nice big fat crit. Yeah, it's the crit, so it's not going to show me perfectly what damage calc we're going to get. It's going to say, like, as long as we see 66% and above, we have a good chance of KOing with the crit. Pretty much guaranteed. If we 67, it's fine. It's guaranteed crit. Wall Rain, Electric Terrain, right? Sticky Web, so we get a guaranteed crit. Show me the damage number. Wonderfang, 54 to 64%. So you're telling me that with a crit, my high end is 96% damage on this Wall Rain. You're telling me that I don't KO this Wall Rain. Really? I don't KO this Wall Rain, huh? That sounds absurd. 181 defense, 247 HP. I mean, that's pretty thick, to be fair. That's not thick fat, it is thick. Weakens incoming physical and special moves by 35%. Yep, that does add to it. I still feel like we should KO though. No, I've set up so much into this. It's a super effective hit. It really didn't KO. That's like 96%. Sheer Cold. Which is not an Oko move in this game, right? It's damage. Okay, alright, we're fine. We're fine. It's a base 120 power move. All of the Oko moves are 120 base power moves in this game, with slightly lower accuracy, I think. So I remember that being on Guillotine, for sure. So we do get our victory. I still can't believe we hit something with a super effective crit and it lived from a buffed up Luxray on Electric Terrain. That's so absurd. That makes me so worried. You know, that makes me so worried for the future of what this Pokemon can do. Because I would just love it if Luxray could destroy things. Okay, this door is still locked. Okay, so there's still a storage room. Being queasy, even though the ship's not moving. Yep, that's fine. Hopefully, I don't need to do anything with this, because we don't have dive yet. So hopefully I don't need to do that. Oh, that surf music brings so much joy to my ears. Okay, alright. Again, no items around as such. Hi. Perfect place to go exploring. Yup. Empty bin. There's been no glistening in any of these rooms either. I do wonder if this is entirely optional and I had no reason to come in here. Hello, Double Battle. This... I'm leading with both of my setups for Luxray, right? So this is fine. 6 Pokemon between them. Caracosta, Dragonair, that's fine. Yeah, we have Frostula lead and Raichu lead. Raichu deals with Caracosta, Frostula deals with Dragonair, that's fine. We get our Sticky Web and our Electric Terrain up for Luxray. That's fine. This is what I want to see. This is good. We are just going to Ice Fang into Dragonair. Wow, that does not do much. We are going to Vice Grip into... Wow, that also doesn't do much. Okay. Wow, Multiscale is a good ability, huh? Okay, this time it's actually got Multiscale. I keep saying it, but yeah. So Multiscale plus Eviolite. Does make it very tanky, actually. I do wonder how many middle stage Pokemon actually have an advantage over their evolved counterpart because of stuff like that with these ability changes. I do wonder how many of them are viable. I would like it if they were like mostly viable. Obviously, that would be insane, so it's not the case, but hopefully there's at least some other than, like, the obvious of, like, Chansey, for example, right? Hopefully there's some unexpected good middle stages. It'd be very cool if you got to, like, the Elite Four, and there was a couple of middle stages that maybe people had, like, glossed over that were, like, super crazy buff that just wrecked you. Maybe I'm the only one that would find enjoyment out of that, but I would find that very interesting, for sure, so. Either way, another Ice Fang, or maybe even an Ice Shard, should take out that Dragonair. With the extra, you know, the hail damage, an Ice Shard might KO without the multi-scale taking into effect, we'll see. Golem's a problem, though. Golem is a problem. Okay. So if I Ice Shard a Dragonair, it's not guaranteed to KO, so I might Liquidation Golem and just see if we can KO the Dragonair. Can we really not KO Dragonair? That's so tragic. Okay, never mind. I'm changing my mind. I guess I'm Ice Sharding the Dragonair. Bye, Dragonair, and we are just going to, I guess, expanding Force into Golem to get some baby damage. Sure, why not? Hopefully this Ice Shard KOs. It said minimum 96%, so it must be on the higher end of rolling good. Okay, good. I know this is meant to be a Luxray show-off, but if these two can just win the fight alone, that's also a good showing, okay? Because it does mean that the setup Pokemon... Okay, well, that's a death. Yeah, that makes sense. That was expected. But if the setup Pokemon are able to, like, fight on their own and not just be there to set up for Luxray, that's good too, right? I'm happy about that. There's also probably better setup Pokemon. This was very thrown together as a why not kind of situation. This obviously isn't, you know, Luxray's ideal team. Luxray's ideal team also includes Pyukamaku with Baton Pass, so it can Baton Pass +6 Curse into it. In fact, no, probably Volbeat with Victory Dance would be better. Yeah, Volbeat. Volbeat needs to be on this team if you really want to make use of Luxray, in my opinion. What is the speed order right now? Both my Raichu and my Luxray outspeed Simipour, so it doesn't actually matter which of them goes for what. I guess this is just going to come down to, does Rip and Tear KO Golem? The Secret Power KO Golem. Secret Power KOs Golem. Okay, so we Secret Power into Golem, and we Rising Voltage into Simipour. And that should be A-okay. We should deal with both of them fine. I do love the fact that Luxray has actual coverage in this game. It makes me so happy using, like, ground-type moves and stuff. Beautiful. It's beautiful is what it is, having actual coverage. What's not beautiful is not seeing that mega symbol spin around my screen, because I really liked that bug and I want it to come back. I really do want it to come back. It was very enjoyable when the mega symbol was going round and round and round, but apparently that was a one-off bug. I was kind of thinking it was going to happen either every time a double battle happened or just every time we Mega Evolved, and sadly it only happened once and never again. Unfortunate. They're the kind of fun bugs that I don't like fixed. You know, like at the moment, Peak, for example, if you go ahead and blast yourself out of a Scout Cannon, you'll go like crazy high. That's the kind of bug that's fun, okay? Are people going to abuse it? Yeah, but like, it's part of the fun, you know? It's kind of what people want, is to have fun with bugs. So I hate when bugs like that get fixed really quickly. We are just going to double into Farret. Wow, this Rising Voltage KOs Farret. Never mind, I'm not doubling into Farret. Wow, I'm actually kind of shocked. I guess I'm going to go for Rip and Tear into Steelix. Feels a little bit unnecessary, but whatever. We'll Rising Voltage into Farret. You don't have a Sash, right? It says that I don't KO when it has a Sash. Yeah, okay. Still, our electric types doing good. The Steelix is definitely going to use Earthquake, and it's going to be really, really bad. But you know what? That's fine. Speed drop. Okay, nice. The bleed effect. Nice. Iron Fangs. Wow, that was enough to KO. Okay. Oh, alright. I was expecting a ground type move. Silly me. Expecting a ground type move against my two electric types. Who would do such a thing? Obviously, you go for the steel type move. That's funnier. To be fair, it is funnier, actually. You know, that's fair. Okay, but either way, I mean, we should be fine here. We just go to Pop Bomb, Pop Mayhem, or we click our Secret Power or whatever, and we should be absolutely A-okay. Secret Power, I mean, Pop Mayhem, goodbye Steelix, and I don't remember how many more trainers there actually are. There's one circling around outside the cabin we're in. There might be another one in the cabin we're in. And then maybe we'll be done with the bow. I'm just hoping that there's something here. Because if I do all of this for nothing, I mean, we get battle points, right? Which gets us more Mega Stones, which lets us try out more Megas, which is always, you know, a goal, right? Is to get more battle points, especially when you get 10, right? But I do hope that there's something here. Do you battle? Yes. Okay, 10 more battle points. Oh, we were searching for treasures, but we discovered a trader instead. You've discovered your doom at the hands of Mega Luxray. What you've discovered. Sorry. Never mind, I've discovered my doom at the hands of Volby Illumise. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. What's your team? Oh, that's the full team? That makes me so much more scared. That makes me terrified. Oh no. Wait. That makes me so much more afraid. Is that bad that makes me more afraid? Okay, we're gonna Vice Grip into Volbeat because it's the highest damage I see. Rising Voltage is almost a KO on Illumise. That kind of annoys me that it's almost. I love how Rising Voltage on my own Pokemon is terrifying. Yeah, we just Rising Voltage at Illumise. That's fine. Surely they don't KO both of my Pokemon here, right? That'd be insane. No crit, unfortunately. Bug Buzz, that's probably Raichu dead. Not dead. Vice Grip lands. There's the crit, 'cause it's a very high crit rate move, not just regular high crit rate. Thunderbolt, we're Assault Vested. Okay. We Ice Shard Volbeat and we KO Illumise, and I think we're good. This was fine. I don't know why, I got so intimidated when I saw the two of them. I was like, oh no, they're gonna buff each other up with plus minus. It's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be really scary, but they just have high speed. 201 speed is kind of nuts. You're sashed, so I mean, that's fine. They're not plus minus? Okay, I know that they were plus minus in Pokemon Odyssey. I thought they also had plus minus in this game too. Maybe it's one of their abilities that can be changed. And this trainer just is the worst trainer to ever touch these Pokemon. It's probably the case. These two are just the worst Pokemon trainers in existence, and they don't understand the power of these Pokemon. Because I shouldn't be, but I'm still considering the idea... 5? Rude. The idea of using Plus or Minun for Tate and Liza. It's a really dumb idea, but like, it's gonna be a double battle, right? Surely I should utilize that. Surely I should, you know, use Plus or Minun's gimmick. Surely that's where they're gonna be the strongest, right? If Winona ends up being a double battle, Plus or Minun might also work there as well. I don't know why I want to use Plus or Minun so badly, but I do. Oh. Lumineon gets Quiver Dance? Ooh. Wait. I like Lumineon. Like, a lot. Wait. My only issue with Lumineon normally is the fact that half of its stats are 69, which, I mean, nice, but also not nice, if you know what I mean. It still did not outspeed after setting up a Quiver Dance? Hello? I wasn't even Sticky Webbed. It's just slow. I guess, yeah, Lumineon. Well, Lumineon's not normally that slow, right? Isn't speed one of its better stats? But all of its stats are so painfully average, though. It's one of the most average Pokemon in the game, which is not a compliment. It is a tough life being average in all of your stats. Pokemon is not a game about being a jack of all trades. Pokemon is a game about having 2 of your stats incredibly high. You've got incredibly high HP and special defense, like, you know, Chansey, for example. Congrats, you've got an incredible wall. You've got high attack and speed. Congrats, you've got an incredible, you know, potential sweeper or glass cannon. You know, you've got incredibly high HP and attack. Good, you've got a great wall breaker. You don't want to have jack of all trades stats in Pokemon. Unless you get some kind of crazy move that makes it worth it. Like, you know, you get like extreme Evo boost, you know, that gives you like an Omni stat buff. Then why not, right? But like, generally speaking, you don't want to be a jack of all trades. I'm just gonna go to Lilligant here because water ground, right? For artillery, water ground, not just water, it's water ground. Yeah, water ground, which is weird to wrap my head around because I've spent so much time just expecting this thing to be a pure water type with flamethrower because artillery things, and Signal Beam, and all those other moves. Because it's a tank. I'll never forget the fact that it's a tank. Thanks for the free victory dance. I'm going to do that again now. I know I wanted to go to Luxray, but, like, 4x super effective move is funny. I can't help it. 4x super effective move is funny, okay? That's the end all. That's all I need to say. We victory dance. Rude. Octazooka. Don't miss. Don't miss. Don't lower my accuracy and miss. Don't. Victory dance technically can't miss, so does that mean that the Leaf Blade after always hits? I wonder if that's calculated as a separate move, or if it's calculated as guaranteed to hit because my first move technically hit. Interesting. I feel like it probably has a chance to miss on its own. It's probably just a separate move, but still. Either way, that paid off. That's fine. I understand that I probably shouldn't have went for another victory dance, but listen, I just wanted to. There is an item up here. Okay, so this was worth it. I'm investigating the ship on behalf of Captain Stern. He asked me to find a scanner, but I haven't had any success. Okay, scanner here. Well, no, not scanner here. We get, yeah, storage key here, which takes us to Ice Beam normally, right? And then the scanner would be Dive, or is it the other way around? This is not an area I've had to come to particularly often, because I usually play Pokemon Emerald nowadays through randomizers. It opens this though, right? Yeah. Okay. I usually play randomizers, so this place just isn't worth it. What do we have here? We have... Are you kidding? I'm checking every tile. There is nothing in this room. There is nothing. I think that's where you would normally get Ice Beam. And because we already technically can learn any move we want, I guess Ice Beam doesn't actually have any value for us. So it's just empty. But that does feel a little bit bad. It feels a little bit bad to go in there and be like, nice, it's time to... Oh, you get nothing. Great. It's rough. It's rough. But I guess when we get Dive, we'll go back there and maybe there'll be some kind of like secret thing. Perhaps? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get there. For now, we're going to keep clearing out these trainers. We're going to keep setting up our Sticky Web. We're going to go for Big Fat Vice Grips, because Vice Grip is a funny move, with a really high crit rate. If we were to put a Razor Claw or something on this, it would be a guaranteed crit, I believe. Which, I don't know if that's worth it over our Assault Vest, but it could be. It could be. Like, a high crit rate is also still very good, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, guaranteed crits is strong. Guaranteed, I mean, like, it's, to be fair, I mean, like, it's also just critting naturally. You could always just rely on luck. But I'm also just enjoying the fact that Frostula is doing kind of well, because I actually like Arachnid. Which is, I know, it sounds contradictory, considering how much I actively say how much I hate spiders. But, like, Arachnid doesn't look like a spider to me. I don't know why. It doesn't trigger the arachnophobia in my brain. It just doesn't. I can't explain it. Oh, Liquidations can do more because it got changed into a pure water type, right? Actually a very nice time to have Liquidation. Moonblast is fine, we're Assault Vested, it shouldn't do that much. Also, it's an Ordino. I'm curious if Ordino has anything interesting to it, because I've ignored it the times we've gone past it on the routes before. It does have a Mega. Does have a Mega. I've seen the occasional post online about, like, people complaining about, how certain Megas are treated and how everyone's, like, talking about, for example, you know, the Dragonite situation. Sorry for slight spoilers, but, like, Dragonite looks very derpy, right? And a lot of Megas look very cool. I like it when bad Pokemon get Megas and get brought up to a high standard, and I hate it when good Pokemon get a Mega. Like, Mega Garchomp, Mega Metagross, I don't really care for them, right? I will use a Mega Metagross, sure, because it's good, but, like, I don't think they're the Pokemon that deserve Megas. I do think Audino deserves a Mega. However, I hate Audino's Mega because it didn't make it any better. I want bad Pokemon like Beedrill. Beedrill is a great example. I want Megas like Beedrill, and I'm really hoping Pokemon Legends ZA do this. I want a Mega like Beedrill that takes a really trash Pokemon that can do literally nothing in any situation and give it a use. It doesn't have to go crazy, right? But like, Beedrill's a great example. It gave it a niche. It's a glass cannon, right? And that's cool. It got a use. I want something like that. I want Mega Ordino to have a use, but it didn't. It didn't get anything. It's just there to give you XP in fan gigs. That's all Ordino has ever done, in my opinion. Which is tough. Poor little guy. The amount of these that I've KO'd in, like, Pokemon Insurgents, by the way. Genocide. So many. So many Ordinos have died. So many. I can't even count. I don't know. It's a countless amount. Not a clue. But yeah, I really hope that Legends ZA gives us some Megas that are on bad Pokemon, but make the bad Pokemon rival the great. Kangaskhan is actually a good example. Kangaskhan was overkill, actually, if anything. But Kangaskhan normally, trash. Kangaskhan's Mega, super bloated. Overwhelmingly bloated. Even Lucario to an extent, right? Like, Lucario's Mega, absolutely insanely overpowered, right? Lucario normally, mid. It's mid. It's not the craziest thing of all time. It's fine, is what it is. It's not gonna, like, be a game-breaking Pokemon in many situations. Honestly, I think there's an argument that Riolu is more frightening in your average Pokemon game than Lucario. Because for anyone that doesn't know or has never seen what a Riolu can do with Copycat Dig, if it's in the right situation, it can become an unkillable menace. Just saying, I think Riolu is probably scarier than, to be fair, Riolu can also be scarier than Mega Lucario in the right situation. That's kind of the fun of Pokemon, though, is, you know, that kind of fun situation. Oh, you have the super effective on electric type stuff, huh? The good news is because of that swap out. Why were you holding Electric Seed? Rude. The good news is because of that swap out, if we go ahead and bring Luxray back in, Luxray will outspeed the Manectric. However, I also think this is probably not the time to bring it in, because it'd probably just get KO'd by Hawlucha. Hawlucha's base speed is very similar to Mega Luxray's. What was Mega Luxray's again? 112 base speed? Escalation, what is your base speed, actually? It's probably Unburden boosted right now, actually. Because it had the Electric Seed. I don't think speed actually matters right now. I'm going to bring in Basket Legion. I want that Hawlucha KO'd. I want to hit it as hard as I can with a Retaliate. Which, with the Electric Seed, we'll see if it survives with the defense boost. I don't know, but... Hawlucha, you have 372 speed. Yeah, you are, in fact, very scary right now. You are very fast. Because you do, in fact, have Unburden. You do, in fact, have Acrobatics as well, which will KO probably either of the Pokemon on my side of the field. Like, I can KO the Stunfisk, however, I don't really care about the Stunfisk as much. I'm actually thinking I Ice Shard Hawlucha and Retaliate Hawlucha. Okay, Retaliate will KO regardless, which makes me change my mind. I'm going to Ice Fang Hawlucha. My reason is Basket Legion without speed. If Basket Legion, in fact, will Basket Legion outspeed? Yeah, Basket Legion outspeeds, yeah, because it has Violent Rush, right? Basket Legion outspeeds, so if this does get KO'd by the Hawlucha, I still get an attack into Hawlucha, and then I can Ice Shard it the next turn as long as Stunfisk doesn't KO it. I just need Hawlucha dead. That is priority number one. Hawlucha needs to go, it's way too fast, it's way too scary. Hawlucha used Rock Slide. That's fine. We have decent physical defense on both our Pokemon, just don't get flinched. Retaliate goes off, okay, we're fine, we're fine. That's all I needed to see, we are good. Okay, scary Pokemon down. The Electric Seed Synergy, though, does remind me that that is an item that I could put onto some of my other Pokemon if I do decide to stick with the Electric Terrain Luxray idea for Winona. Electric Seed Defense Boost. That's not bad. Defense is a nice stat to have. Manectric comes back out, gets Sticky Webbed. Yup. Fine. The Intimidate is kind of annoying because both our attackers right now are physical. That sucks. What's coming out with it, though? Patches! My guy! Oh. Okay. With Drizzle. Sadly, we don't make use of that at all, and that only makes Popcorn weaker, so we don't get anything out of that, unfortunately. A Vice Grip crit would go through the defense, or the attack drop, I should say, so we should Vice Grip into Manectric, and we should check if we outspeed 156. 166, even with the speed drop, huh? Okay, so there's not really a reason to lose Basket Legion for nothing. We bring in Popcorn. Popcorn can take an electric type hit just fine. Overheat. Not how I thought that was gonna go. I was expecting the Manectric to outspeed and attack my Basket Legion, or I would have just stayed in and got some big damage off. And we get fully paralyzed. Not how I thought that was gonna go at all. Okay. That's unfortunate. As long as Popcorn doesn't get paralyzed, I'm happy. Popcorn, just don't be paralyzed. Pain. Okay, alright. It's Luxray's time. It's Luxray's time. Luxray should outspeed Manectric. We have Secret Power. We do have Secret Power. Intimidate does nothing, but, I mean... You know, makes him feel big and tough, I guess. Yeah, Manectric actually isn't too scary right now. The innate of Electric is super effective on Electric does not apply back to itself, right? Rip and Tear does actually not KO. Yes, it does. The Secret Power also KOs because it's slowed, which means this is a guaranteed crit. So Secret Power does KO Manectric. Okay. And we can Bullet Seed into Lantern for good damage as well. I don't think we outspeed, but we're going to go for it anyway. And we'll see how this goes. I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine. We are seeing a lot of more Megas now, though, and I do like that. Because I feel like... I'm curious if when we get to Cycling Road, because I did say that I wanted to go back to Cycling Road, I'm curious if they're going to have any Megas on that route, because there's definitely a route that I could have done earlier in the game. So I'm wondering if they get upscaled to include Megas onto their team. If I go past them and come back later. That might actually tempt me to ignore more trainers so that I can come back later on and see their upscaled teams. I would actually be very curious about that. Unfortunately, Popcorn got destroyed. Violent Rush. Don't like that. I would say we could Violent Rush of our own, but that doesn't really help us. That doesn't really help us. So I guess I'm going to Lilligant? I suppose? It does have its speed still lowered, so I mean, Lilligant might outspeed it. 176. No. Luxray does, though. Luxray does outspeed the Swordsbuck. Can Luxray KO the Swordsbuck? Yes. Ice Fang into Swordsbuck, that's fine. And I guess we're going to High Horsepower Lantern and have a Leaf Blade after it. Guaranteed crit already, apparently, which is kind of nuts, because Lantern's a thick little guy, but... Okay, okay. Nice, nice. Sticky Web, very helpful there, because if not, Swordsbuck would have probably KO'd one of our two, and then we would have been in a situation, but Sticky Web's coming in really, really nicely. I still think Sticky Web is one of the best setup terrain effects there is. Sticky Web disappears. Unfortunate, because, I mean, there's still one more Pokemon to come out, but, you know, it's fine. It's 2v1 now. Poliwrath. Okay, that's fine. We should outspeed that anyway. We can just Thunderfang and, I guess Solar Blade. Electric Seed. You don't have... No, you don't have Unburn. It's like, does it? Decent damage on Thunderfang, very close to KOing. Solar Blade, obviously I just clicked that just in case it KO'd the Luxray somehow, so that, you know, a strong Solar Blade would be able to go off the next turn, but it could have also went for Victory Dance for a stronger Leaf Blade. I do feel like actually going for Victory Dance over Solar Blade is probably more worth it in most situations, but still. Is there an item behind these two is the question. 10 battle points is nice. Oh. Okay then, never mind. Alright, that is where we're going to wrap things up for this episode. I think next episode we try out Mega Kingler. And we put Luxray in the box for a bit. Like I said, I do want to go ahead and use some different megas. I just want to use Luxray a little bit more because it is, you know, my favorite Pokemon. But I think next time Mega Kingler joins the team, and we'll see what we can do basing our team around Mega Kingler. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, bye.